Syracuse men's basketball 15-8 on the season, 6-6 in ACC play. 8 games to go until the ACC tournament. I'm Griffin with CitrusTV. Joined today by Quadir Copeland, developed into the sixth-man role of sorts this season. Quadir, how's it going?
Blessed, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, so this a new role for you this season. Didn't play as much last season. What's that adjustment been like for you?
It's been good. It's been fun. That's all I really asked for coming back was just an opportunity and a fair shot at playing, and that's all. That's what I got. So.
Coming into the season, it was widely talked about how 200 shots a day to improve that jumper. Now the results are paying off. What's it been like to see them pay off, not just in practice, but on the game court as well?
It's been good. I feel like it wasn't really just the work. It was confidence. I feel like you just gotta build your confidence also too, to have the confidence to take certain shots like that, especially when certain people say that you can't do it, and people thinking you can't do it underestimate you. So it's definitely confidence for me.
The non-conference schedule this season wasn't exactly easy. You had 2 games in Hawaii against 2 borderline Final Four contenders, especially Tennessee. What does playing against those type of schools, especially early on, get you ready for conference play?
It just prepares for what we got going on now. Like you're playing against the UNCs and the Dukes and stuff like that. It's just preparation. That's all. Just got my feet wet, just see the competition and how college is going, and it was a good experience. Things happen, and I feel like we faced the challenge better and longer in the season.
In the Georgetown game, you had that putback dunk that sent social media crazy. Walk me through that play, the putback, and then obviously the one-hand slam that the world has seen.
Nothing really. I just seen the shot clock going down. I knew JJ was going to drive, and my man slid down for the help, and once he shot, I just jumped and I just tracked the basketball, and once I did that, I knew it was going in. I didn't even really matter who was around me, and then it just went crazy.
Yeah, speaking of JJ, this is a team that is really sophomore driven. The majority of its points this season has come from sophomores. Not a single senior nor freshman has scored this year. 100%. What does that say about this team and your versatility as a class?
We're young, but as you can see that we're getting more experience and just understanding the game, and I just feel like there's no challenge that's too big or too small for us at the end of the day, and we fighters, we competitors. That's really what we do.
Once you got to ACC play, the Pitt game in particular, you go off for 20-something points. Mm-hmm. What did that feel like, seeing all that work we talked about earlier really pay off in big fashion?
It was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. It was my dad, actually his first game coming to a game, so being able to play and his first game, me watching and winning ACC Player of the Week with that, it was just an amazing time. What has
your dad done for you in terms of developing your basketball game?
Everything. Just been to every game, make sure I get to all my tournaments, things like that. He's just been a great father towards me and definitely raised me to be a man.
Was there something about growing up in Philly that helped you grow your game as well?
Yeah, 100%. My toughness, my dog, my heart, my competitive nature, everything. It built to me to what I am. I faced a lot of challenges. So.
Now, a few weeks after that Pitt game we just talked about, we get the Miami buzzer beater.
Yeah.
First of all, walk me through that play.
Actually, before that, it was just an amazing day altogether. It was crazy because it was my little sister's birthday that day, so it was just all a amazing moment. But it was just the play was for Judah to get off the screen and make a play, and I just seen him going right. My guy stayed in because Malik rolled, and when I just popped back out, next thing you know, I just seen the ball. So I just know all I had to do was catch the ball, and then once I looked up, it was 1.2 seconds, so I just let it fly, and it went in. It was just an amazing moment.
Yeah, and after that, Jim Boeheim, your former coach, said, "You're not a good three-point shooter." Do you care to respond to that?
No, not really. I know how coach is. Hopefully he meant it the right way, but it is what it is though. But he did also say I got the confidence to take that shot, and I think he knows that from watching me in practice, things like that.
And that buzzer beater also came against a team that went to the Final Four last year. What, if anything, did that add to it?
It added a lot. Really not really the team wise. It was just the moment. It being my little sister's birthday that same exact day. My big brother and everybody from Philly coming out there to see me. I had 10 to 12 plus family members and people that knew me since I was growing up all there watching me play. It was just an amazing moment for me and my family.
And then in the few weeks after that, leading up to now, bit of struggles. I remember Coach Autry was very vocal after the Wake Forest game. How has adversity, Florida State, BC, a few other examples, How has that adversity brought this team closer together?
I feel like that's what makes a family, you know, not when everything's good and everybody's smiling, you know, when you have your arguments or when things going bad, if you stay together and you stay strong. So, you know, that's really what it was. You know, I think we faced adversity well. We stayed together, we stayed strong, and we just stayed a family, and we understood that there's no way we can do it by ourselves, so we just got to stick together.
And right after that Wake Forest game, a wild one against Louisville.
Yeah.
The other night, I want to ask about one of your teammates, Malik Brown, did something no player across Division I basketball, the NBA, or the WNBA has done. Make all of his field goals, have 5+ points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. What can you say about your teammate?
I can say a lot about Leak, man. But Leak, that's my guy, man. I'll never forget me and Leak last year, just, you know, being on the bench last year together and just those conversations and, you know, just sitting out those whole games and us just talking, you know, knowing what we can do out there on the court and us just getting an opportunity to play with each other and everybody just seeing everything that we was doing in practice. It's like now we get to just put it in the game and show the whole world. It's just like, it's amazing, you know, to able to play with somebody like that.
Yeah, another teammate, Justin Taylor, you played with him at IMG Academy. Like, what has your relationship with him been like going back to your high school days and now here at Syracuse?
That's my guy. That was my guy. He was my roommate at IMG too. That's my guy. A lot of fun times with Jay. That's my boy. But it's amazing, you know, playing with a shooter like that and just being out there with people you knew since like high school, people that you grew up playing against, AAU, stuff like that. I feel like that's what really makes us good because our 6 freshmen, we knew each other since middle school and high school. So it's like it made everything so much easier and to play with these guys.
Yeah, 6 freshmen, you, Judah, Peter Carey, Malik Brown, Justin Taylor, and Chris Bell, and you had J.J. Starling join the mix this year.
I want to say.
Jim Boeheim has called
Don't forget about Chance either. Chance Westry, Kyle, all those. Yeah, we all go back. Like we all know each other from there. So all them guys too.
Jim Boeheim has called this group one of, if not the best recruiting classes he's ever had. Talk about the bond amongst you guys.
It's amazing. You know, it's amazing. Especially, I feel like the best part is like how we compete against each other and how, you know, we always going after each other and stuff like that. You know, because afterwards we can just go back in the locker room and joke about it. But like when we're in the court, it's like we're trying to kill each other, and it's just amazing because that's when you know it's a brotherhood. At the end of the day, you know, we're gonna have fights, we're gonna have things like this, but we brothers at the end of the day. There's nobody that can put us against each other.
Yeah, more on that brotherhood. Tomorrow you've got a player returning to the Dome that played in Syracuse last year, Joe Girard.
Yeah.
What did you learn from him when he was here last year?
I learned confidence. I know that you could take shots if you work on them shots. You could take those shots. And I watched Joe work on a lot of those shots that people try to say was crazy shots, and I believed all of them was going in the time he was here. But definitely that, and really just how to be a leader. You know, he was a leader here for us in practice, being an older guy and stuff like that. But he was a good teammate.
With Joe, you have a player who is 3rd all-time in program history and three-point makes, right behind your assistant coach, Jerry McNamara, and Buddy Boeheim, beloved by SU fans. But it feels like he's taken his game to another level down in South Carolina. Did you see that coming when he announced his decision to transfer?
I feel like, you know, it was a different situation for him. You know, his game had to change a lot, you know, playing with different guards, playing in a different system. So, you know, it's really like that if anybody transfer or goes to a different school, you know, your game's going to change a little, you know, offense and stuff like that, system switch. But, you know, he's playing good basketball over there, so it's working.
More on tomorrow's matchup. P.J. Hall, one of the best bigs in the ACC. How do you stop a guy like him?
Malik Brown. For real, you know, I got confidence in my guys, and at the end of the day, that's my answer, Malik.
And what if you could give a message to the SU faithful for when Girard is announced in the starting lineup tomorrow? What would you implore them to do?
Whatever comes to mind. I don't want to be the one to start nothing crazy, but whatever y'all come to mind. But at the end of the day, like I said, I know me and my guys and my team, we going out there to compete, and for those 40 minutes, that it's basketball. There's no teammates, no Joe Girard last year. It's basketball at the end of the day. So
this next 2-game stretch, Clemson, Joe Girard's return, and then North Carolina, one of the best teams in the country, national championship contender, highlighted as probably the biggest marquee 2-game home stretch of the season. How do you channel what should be a raucous Dome energy into your play on the court?
You just got to focus at the end of the day. You can't overthink things like that. Like my guy, Jew, you know, everybody, you know, Judah, but his saying is don't overthink it. Just, you know, so like I said, like I'm going to just use that. Don't overthink moments and, you know, crowds, things like that. You just got to be yourself at the end of the day.
Over the final few weeks of the season, you go to Atlanta for Georgia Tech, Raleigh for NC State. You got road games at Louisville and Clemson too. Is there something about playing on the road, particularly to close the season, final 2 games on the road, that gives you an added boost per se?
Yeah, 100%. Because I feel like always going into somebody's house and beating them is always a great feeling. It's like I said, it's adversity you face, it's the crowds against you. It's a good moment, especially when I'm in that atmosphere. I love it. So it's definitely a good feeling.
And as the season comes to a close, 8 games left, what do you want to see in terms of your personal growth?
I just want to win at the end of the day. I just want to win. I want to keep improving, find ways to grow as a player, grow as a person, and just keep winning at the end of the day. That's all I'm worried about.
And then in terms of the team, NCAA's tournament's still the goal, I would hope.
100%. 100%. That's always the goal at the end of the day.
He's Quadir Copeland. This has been a Citrus TV exclusive interview. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'm Liam Griffin. Thanks again for tuning in.
Always. Appreciate you, Q's Nation.